Hi, Gwells. I'm going to tell you a bit of a story about my grandmother and what a legendary woman she was, growing up as a child, especially. All through my childhood, my parents were separated, so I spent most of my time with my grandmother. And she took the opportunity to raise me like a good old Roman Catholic boy. Altar boy, catechisms, Holy Communion, confirmations, and my grandmother was a force of nature. She was I called her the Gestapo, and she was like Hitler. You did what she said, you were afraid of her. And growing up as a child, I thought there was something wrong with me because I had these feelings for men, and I didn't want to be gay. I wanted to have a girlfriend, so I really thought there was something wrong with me. So as I became an adult, I had to go through this whole process of accepting myself, who I am, etc. And eventually, when I came out to my family, they laughed at me, thinking that you've been living with your friend for 5 years. So it wasn't a nice experience. They made fun of me most of the night. The person I was most afraid of, though, was my grandmother, who I avoided like the plague because I thought, oh, she's gonna disown me. She's not gonna like this. And then one day I found out that she doesn't go to church anymore. And I wondered why, and found out that my grandmother questioned the Catholic Church after this. And they didn't give her the answers that she wanted. She said that, well, if God loves everyone, why can't they accept me for who I am? And it's just a sin. You're going straight to hell if you do that sort of thing. And, you go to heaven for the weather and hell for the company, I guess. But anyway, she left the church and she basically called them out for being an excuse for a bunch of gays and lesbians to live together. I always thought that the priests were always a bit soft and the nuns who lived together were always a bit hardcore. It made me think, like, was she completely wrong, my gran? You think about it also, like, priests. I mean, which males, heterosexual males on this planet, are going to take a vow of celibacy to never sleep with a woman again? Only gay guys would, right? And then if you think about the woman also, who's going to take a vow of celibacy never to sleep with a man again? Only a lesbian, right? Makes you think and wonder, what are all these jokes about Catholic priests about? Where do they come from? Did it just fall out of the air? Something must have happened. There must be some sort of truth to it. So my grandmother eventually accepted me and she loved me and she did this for me, I believe. Many other reasons also. And, bless her soul for doing that. I do know that God loves me very much and he loves everyone. Doesn't matter who you are and what you've done. And so I'm going to end this off by telling you a really, really bad joke. Okay? My grandmother will appreciate this, so if you don't want to hear it, close your ears. Okay? What do you call a reverse exorcism? It's when the demon tells the priest to get out of the child.